Hi, here I have my Raspberry Pi Zero W and I will show you how to configure the XRDP as a first step, and the second step I will show you how to connect it to the Azure ARC that allow me to fully control of Raspberry Pi over the network even without any port redirection. So first of all, I'm enabling the VNC. Second step, I install necessary software. Next step, cloning the repository XRDP. By the way, WayVNC is, let's say, a kind of secure of VNC, and I need to browse exactly this checkout. You can also try to use dev repository of XRDP, but this one guarantee that the XRDP with WayVNC, what is default in the Raspberry Pi, will work. Okay, so I browse exactly this version and I execute bootstrap configure make and sudo make install. So simply compile everything and install it. Okay, so now let's edit the configuration of the XRDP, and I'm looking for XVNC session. Just we connect to the RDP and then connect to the VNC. It is the method, only one method to use RDP in Linux. Okay, so this config should be here. That one, and put the config, and the port here is not necessary, and that's all. And the next step is just edit the WayVNC config. Okay, that one address. Okay, we connect only from localhost. Okay, that's all. And that's all what left. I can for a moment disable the swap. I'm using Raspberry Pi Zero, and so it has very limited RAM memory. So I am increasing the swap file. If you use other version of the Raspberry, this one is not necessary. Okay, and do commands. Okay, new swap file has been installed, and the final thing is the restart WayVNC and XRDP. And I also enable to start XRDP automatically. And now I can connect to the XRDP and then to the VNC. Let's see how is it working. Okay, I have remote desktop connection. I can connected, and then let's authenticate, and not XORG but XVNC, and here is our local user. Okay. And you see the session. So XRDP is working on Raspberry Pi, even Raspberry Pi 0. So next step will be install the Azure ARC for servers, and then we will be able to manage Raspberry Pi without redirecting any port remotely, connecting to the XRDP or legacy SSH. Okay, let's add this Raspberry Pi to the Azure ARC that allow us remotely manage Raspberry Pi. So I'm browsing Azure ARC machine and I am adding a new machine as a single server. Generate script. I have here resource group RPI 0W. It will be a Linux and the location will be Sweden Central. So the resource group is just like directory, and that's all. I wouldn't like to use SQL Server, so uncheck that one, public endpoint, and I'm ready to onboard my Raspberry Pi. Okay, and I copied the script and simply put it here. And now waiting for installation of the agent that connect to the Azure, and in that way I will have a possibility to manage this system. Okay, just there is a message that operating system is not supported. So what I need to do, just edit the OS release to supported one. By the way, it is just good idea to copy it and back it to the previous version after installation. But this one okay, and I can just invoke the script once again and it should be working. Okay, I need to sign up in Azure. With the provided code. Okay. Azure connected machine is done. Can close. Okay, and here is a direct link for this machine in Azure. So I can just skip it and I see it is connected. So I suggest you to see all the options that we have here, some of the security tools and so on. And I will show you the most important thing, like a connect. And now I can connect to it. So browsing password, and let's check this option, connect in browser. Providing password, and I am in Linux on this Raspberry Pi. I have also the second option. Let's copy this command and let's execute it in the Windows PowerShell or CMD, and I will connect to RDP, to our XRDP. Okay. Just I am continue. And what's happened? RDP just started, and I am able to connect to the XRDP on this Raspberry Pi. Using Azure ARC reverse connection, so in that way I am able to manage even graphically this Raspberry Pi.